All right, so now I'm in the strawberry patch, more familiar space for the jungle farm, and I'm in the back patch. So lots of people ask us what we do to get our strawberries ready for the winter. So these are the summer strawberries. These are strawberries that we picked all summer long, and now we have gotten them ready for them to get prepared for the winter time. So we quit picking these in August, about the middle of August. We've rototilled in between, so this was straw that you walked on. It's hard to tell, but it's actually been rototilled. We rototilled tight up in close to the plants so that the rows are nice and straight again. The runners have been cut off or moved into the rows. We have fertilized them, so we've given them lots of good nutrients to help them be nice and healthy going into the fall. And we have sprayed them with some herbicides to deal with some of the weed problems that we were really battling with this year. We will go through and hand weed everything as we have time, but this patch in particular will not have an opportunity to be hand weeded because there's lots of our new patches that really need some work. So then once these have gone dormant, and the way you can tell your strawberries have gone dormant is by putting something on top of them. So I wouldn't be worrying about that right now, but maybe mid-October, towards the end of October, I'd go out and put a board over top of your strawberries, leave it there for 2 days, take the board off. If the plants underneath are still the same green as the plants that weren't under the board, then that means they've gone dormant. If the plants underneath are lighter green, that means they're still growing and you don't want to get them covered. So once we know they're dormant, so it's usually towards the end of October, the first part of November, we come through with our straw buster, which most farmers use to bed their cows, and we will cover this whole area with straw, and you will not even see the strawberries at all. So they'll just totally be covered, so you can see how much straw that needs to be, because they've got to have all this area. They'll be covered right over top, and that protects the crowns, which is actually the growing point underneath, and those crowns are so important to protect because that's where the fruit buds are. So we want to make sure they're well protected so that they can overwinter successfully. So that's what we have done to get prepared for winter, and now these strawberries are just going to sit here until they go dormant, and then we will cover them with straw. And in the spring we'll rake the straw back into the rows so it's where you walk, so it's got a nice space for you to walk that's not muddy.